part one looks like this. Driving to set. You are energized. You are just completely full of, I mean, will they want intensity? Will they want sadness? Will they want anger? Will they want nothing? Will they want, there's so many things that they can call for. And on the way there, I just run through every single possibility. You know what? The script may not even necessarily call for it, and I'll just try it on anyway, just so it's there. Now, it is not my job to go into a character's head without a director holding my hand, but it's like, you know, when somebody lends you a really fun toy, you just sort of have to play with it. And on the way there, it's always so like, oh, I can be, you know, and I don't believe there are any small parts. Just actors with very little imagination. And I'm not pointing at anybody. When I am less imaginative, I can see the title role in Hamlet is boring. But the possibilities are so open, and then, you know, it's really such a wonderful nostalgic feeling, and you live for it, and you are prepared to die with it, and the stakes feel so high, and it's, you know, I mean, my feeling is that when, you know, you've accomplished something simply by showing up. You accomplish something else by showing up and not doing anything that's going to ruin it for anybody else. And then, you know, there's the third, you know, the ideal is, you know, showing up promptly, professionally, and you get to deliver. That's a feeling that you can't buy. It's a cool feeling, and it's something to ponder on the way there, but really shouldn't overthink. When I find myself overthinking on my way there, that's when I need to play really loud music and just get the noise out of my head, because, you know, self-doubt is lurking in there somewhere, and I don't have any time for it, because it's always a short ride. Then you have the ride home from set, and I had debated doing this on another day, and I may yet, but because yes, sometimes you drive there, it's dark out, and by the time it's time to come home, it's light out again already, and you're like 5 or 6 different kinds of exhausted, yet you're still wound up as tight as a lawnmower coil. This is normally when it's time, for me, it's normally when it's time to, you know, drive as fast as the law allows and play loud music. Because I am rethinking everything. And this is really, honestly, part of the fun. And it used to be the self-criticism was more than I could tolerate. And sometimes that does get away from me. That, you know, I don't like to be disingenuous. And I wouldn't even call it second guessing. It's always, what could I have done better? And wow, like, I got to do that. And, you know, up to date, it seems no matter how many times I get a chance to perform in any capacity, it's always, wow, I got to do that. And what could I have done better? You know, was I listening? Was I, Was I humble? Here's a big trapdoor for me. Was I over humble? Was I that sort of salesman humble? You know, the kind that, like, you know, it's you know, I'll probably do another video on sort of what I call that guy characteristics. I don't ever want to find myself being that guy. He's the guy that is, you know, kicking other people out of his way to show you how humble and down to earth he is. And there's a trap door in that one too. I think that the sort of decompressing and the fact that, you know, I get to do it again tomorrow. Been really fortunate that, you know, I've had projects, you know, sort of basically, you know, bookending the holidays and the winter, and which is really nothing more than dumb luck. I'm not going to say the name of the project I'm working on now because I do believe it violates the terms of my contract. You know what? Either way, I wouldn't, because when it's time to sort of advertise it, I usually don't like to be a part of that. I don't have the stomach for it, but I'll let you know what the project was once it's available. I'm so tired that, you know, I have 3 different brains thinking 3 different things. And but if you put a bed in front of me right now, it would probably take me at least an hour to fall asleep, because there's that sort of adrenaline takes a long time to wear off. You know, that can only happen naturally. You try to create that, and you try to cheat that to yourself. You try to tell yourself you have it when you don't, and it doesn't work for me. You know, I know people that sort of use, you know, let's call them external variables, external drugs. You know, I know people that use drugs to get there, and that is not the real thing. That is an artificial sense of it. And it's also, that's not a brush that's not a paint I care to dip my brush in again anytime soon. You know, because what feels so uplifting is even though it's really nothing more than adult make-believe, it's enlightening. It lifts your heart up, you know. I have an amazing family to go home to, and I don't think that I would enjoy this at all if I didn't have a real life on the inside of my front door. You know, number 1 and 1A on my priority list are always going to be my wife and my daughter. And whenever I can share any aspect of this with them, it just makes it that much more awesome. I'm running out of words for awesome. Did a lot of my share of ad-libbing, and I think my vocabulary tank is dried. So anyway, it's just the way there, you're amped up and excited. I don't know what's going to happen with it. On the way back, you're excited while I got to be a part of that, as mentioned, you know, reviewing what you could improve upon, staying way the hell away from that manhole that is I've ruined it for everybody for blinking that one time. And have another go at it tomorrow. day job is I'm fortunate. It's for, my day job is flexible, allows me to live a dream and not have to, care so much as to, I only have to present the real me and my methods of performing. I don't have to pretend I'm somebody I'm not to act, which is there is an implied contradiction there. But anybody who has walked it knows exactly what I mean. Hopefully more to come.